dimension of your matrix, when you multiply them, this is going to be the size of your matrix. Okay. So these have to be the same. This is the size of your matrix we're about to get. Now this is how you multiply. I want you to make a 2 by 2, but make it big. Like this big. And go ahead and break it up into the 4 different spaces that we'll have. Alright, if I were to ask you what 2 numbers are in row 1 of matrix 1, what would you tell me?
4 and 1.
4 and 1. Good. Row 1 of matrix 1. What about the 2 numbers in column 1 of matrix 2?
3 and 0.
Good. That's the first 2 we are going to multiply in this first spot. So this is how it's going to look. 4 times 3 plus 1 times 0. We're not going to write that yet. Again, this is the first what? Row or column? So row 1 of, and this little sub number tells you which matrix, matrix 1. Times, this was what? Column 1. I'm going to put times. Column 1 in matrix what? 2. So it's this row times this column. The next one you're going to keep the same row, so still working with row 1 in matrix 1. This time it's going to be column 2. Row 1 and column 2 in matrix 2. Alright, and this next spot, we can't do anything else with this row 1. We're moving on to row 2 in matrix 1. Starting with column 1 in matrix 2. Then we'll move on to row 2, same row, different column. I know it sounds confusing right now. It'll be easier when we actually do it. So the pattern is, in this little setup, the row 1s are the same here, row 2s are the same here. Column 1s are the same here, column 2s are the same here. Which is funny, because this is a row, right? Same row, same column, same column. Alright, now let's get to work. Like y'all said before, what's the first number in row 1 of matrix 1? 4. Good. Times, what's the first number in column 1 of matrix 2? 3. Good. Always going to be a plus sign in the middle. Now, what's the second number in this row? 1. What's the second number in this column? That's it. Alright, notice that the row 1s don't change right here, so we're still going to have what 2 numbers? 4 and 1. It's just our column that's going to change. So in column 2, the first number here is what? 0 and then? Very good. Everybody still with me? And now you see how the columns are the same? Here and here. So what 2 numbers are going to stay here and here? 3 and 0. And what 2 numbers are going to stay here? Good. So now we just need to fill in our missing pieces. What is the first number in row 2 of row 2 in matrix 1? Good. So negative 2 goes first on both of these, right? What's the next number? Very good. Last but not least, we just clean it up. And this is just doing math. So this will be 12 plus 0, which makes what? Good. What's going to be in my second one? Next. Next. That's it. That's our answer. And you can see it's a 2 by 2, just like we said it would be. Now, once you get the hang of doing this, you don't have to write this and this. But for the first few, we're going to write it, okay? So that way you can get used to it. But if you can just do it in your head, you don't have to write it out. Any questions before we move on this one? Alright, let's do the second one then. This one's going to be easy because they have the same what? The same dimensions as the one we just did. So we don't have to check what size our matrix will be. Our matrix is going to be what size? 2 by 2. Do I need to write this over again, or can y'all just look up at your paper? You just look up? Okay. Then tell me the first number in row 1. Still looking at the first row. This one's going to be 0, right? So I know it's going to be on both of these. -1 plus 0. Alright, now I'm going to multiply this row by what? Column 1. So -1 times what? And 0 times? Good. And this one, so I'm moving on to column what? 2. So it'll be -1 times plus 0 times? Good. Everybody's okay with that part? Cool. If I'm ever moving too fast, like y'all are still writing and like way behind, just raise your hand and I'll slow down. Alright, what number is not going to change here? Here and here. 3 and -1. And 2 and 4. What's in parentheses? Good. Alright, what are we going to put beside here? 3 and 7. And then the next one? Same thing, 3 and 7. Now let's just clean it up. So Amy, what's going to be this number right here? Alright, Caleb, next one. Good. Sid? Look at it one more time. Good. Alright, and Rihanna?
Oh wait, no.
So this one makes what? 6 and
20.
so that's going to make
34.
good. That's it. Everybody feel good about that? Do number 3. Let me know if you need help. Alright, go ahead and compare your answers. If you're still working, that's fine. Keep working. Go ahead and compare your answers with people around you. Alright, who wants to share their answer with me? Go ahead.
7, -7, 14, 14.
Alright, any of them need to change? These are correct? Do I need to go over them? Go over how to get that? Very good. Alright, now let's look at one like number 4. Okay? So this one's not 2 by 2. Before we even write this down, let's make sure we can multiply them, okay? What's the size of that first one? And the next one? Can we multiply these? Yes, because the middle two numbers are both 2. What's going to be the size of our matrix? Good. Our size is going to be what's left on the outside, 2 by 3. Now we can write it down, since we know we can multiply it. And then I want you to make a big blank one like that. So not much has changed about this except we have an extra column. That's all. The order that we multiply them in doesn't change, so let y'all try to figure out what the order is going to be, okay? What do you think we're going to multiply here? Oh, y'all want to go ahead and shoot for numbers, not row 1, column 1? Y'all want to do numbers? Okay, so -3 times what?
4.
Good. Plus?
1 times -3.
Good. So we still did row 1 times column 1. Everybody see that? Okay. What do you think is not going to change up here, straight across?
Row 1.
Yes, the row numbers, right? -3 and 1. Let's go ahead and put those on all of them. Now the column numbers are going to change, right? So we already did 4 and -3. Now it's going to be -3 times what? Plus 1 times 1. Right here? Good. And right here? Very good. Alright, now looking up and down, what numbers aren't going to change? Good. The ones in the parentheses are not going to change. We can bring those down. Now tell me all the numbers we're going to put first. In front of all of the first ones is going to be a what? 5. Good. In front of all of the second ones? Good. Go ahead and finish it on your own. Alright, tell me my final answer.
-15.
Go ahead.
1, 7, 26, -2, and -12.
Perfect. Any questions? Alright, now I shall show you how to multiply in your calculator. So for the rest of these on this page, people that don't have a TI 83 or 84, go ahead and get started. You're doing them by hand, okay? Those of you who do have it, pay attention so you can know how to do it, and then you can use your calculator for the rest of them, and you can use your calculator on the test tomorrow. Quiz tomorrow, sorry. Can I borrow somebody? Thank you. I'll promise I'll go back and show you how to do it.
How many are
The rest on this page. So 5 through 9. Okay? And once you get done with these, make sure I come check them. If they're right, you can call it a day. Okay? People who have calculators, first thing you're going to do is, I already taught you how to add and subtract them, right? Or did I not? Yes? Okay. So go to second matrix. Once you get there, go over to edit. And do y'all want to do 6, 7, 8, or 9? 9? Okay. Good choice. So go over to edit. We already are there. So hit matrix 1, enter. And you can see number 9 is the first matrix is a what? 3 by 3. So you type in 3, 3, and then you'll type in the numbers. After each one you have to hit enter. So 2, enter, 0, enter, -3, enter, and so on. Go ahead and do those. Everybody done with that part? Alright, then hit second matrix again. Second, then matrix. You can see yours is already in there. So we have to put the second one in there. So go over to edit, go down to B, hit enter, and then type in 3 by 3. And then type all your numbers in for that second. Oh, number 9's not a 3 by 3. Let me go back up. Number 9's a what? That second one. 3 by what? 2. My bad. Now go ahead and type your numbers in. Yes. Hit second matrix. Go over to edit. Go down to B, then hit enter. Alright, everybody else done with that part? Alright, hit second. This quit button that's right beside it. You should see a blank screen. Go to second matrix. And now don't go over to edit, leave it where the names are, because now you're going to select it. So make sure your cursor is on the first one, hit enter. So just say A times, like you're multiplying. Then pick your second one. So second matrix, go down to B, hit enter, and then enter. That's your answer. Alright, if you need individual help with calculators, raise your hand, I'll come help you. Go ahead.
Why? He's so much better than that.
think I got it. I just forgot how to get back to the thing.
Yeah.